It's time!
With Bruce Buffer.
No, I'm going with the Pats. And the reason I go with the Pats, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is my 5-star, AAA, double-star, triple Z pick of the weekend. Why? The Patriots won big last Saturday or whenever it was, but they didn't have their greatest game. And one thing about the New England Patriots is when they don't have their greatest game, they come out that next week gangbusters. I expect New England to blow out the Pittsburgh Steelers. I expect a big game. I expect an over game. I'm going Patriots to the over. My 5-star hard lock pick, no reimbursements.
Yeah, it's very interesting analysis, and I do believe that's the sharp side. I think the pro bettors will be on New England because of a few of the points that you outlined. They're certainly very good when they come off a lackluster performance, and that feels like a loss to them, and yet they covered a 17.5-point spread in a postseason setting, which is just incredible. Tom Brady's career numbers against the Steelers are as good, if not better, than against any team in the league. I don't know if it's just that he rises to the occasion of what has always historically been a perennial challenger for them in the AFC, but his numbers against Pittsburgh are outstanding. You know, Le'Veon Bell is a monster for the Steelers, and it's hard for me because my heart is in this with New England. My initial lean was to take Pittsburgh plus the 5.5 points because I do think it's going to be a competitive, close game. I thought the Pittsburgh defense really answered a lot of questions against Kansas City. And you talk about the Patriots coming off a bad game. Pittsburgh threw a red zone interception, 6 field goals, 0 touchdowns. So the yards were there. I think they're due to score some points as well. I think it's an over game. I'll go 30-27 New England, and I'll just pray that somehow Belichick can coach them to yet another big game.
Wow, so you don't think they're going to cover the spread? So you're saying the bet is on Pittsburgh plus 5.5.
But I'm saying I'm a square here, right? Like, I think I'm a square, and I think a lot of the betting public is going to be like me, and they're going to say, oh, give me 5.5 with Pittsburgh and Le'Veon Bell, because people will maybe be reluctant to lay the points with the Patriots. I do think the sharp side is New England, and hey, man, I'd love to see them cover, but I think it's going to be a nip and tuck game. Oftentimes with me in a betting situation, I go, head coach, quarterback, kicker. And I think in the Green Bay-Atlanta game, it's very close at those 3 spots. But I think in the Pittsburgh-New England game, I think there's a big edge for Belichick over Mike Tomlin. I really do.
Oh, I think there's a big edge for Belichick over any coach in the league, personally, and the whole team behind him. Here's the way I'm going to bet this, John. Through the proper avenues of betting over in Las Vegas is basically Green Bay Packers, New England Patriots. I'm going to bet each team, and then I'm going to wrap them for a 2-team parlay, and then I'm going to do a 4-way teaser of Green Bay, New England to the overs, the 6 or 7 point teaser as another side bet. Money line bet the Green Bay Packers, money line bet New England, and also I love betting first halves. So I put a little action. What you do is whatever you're betting, put 25% of that total on your first half bets and bet the same thing. Bet the Packers don't even bet the over in the first half. Just bet the Packers and bet New England and go with the over in New England. Those are my plans, my initial plans, unless they change in the next few days.
Well, you know me, I'll be on the Pittsburgh Steelers on the money line, trying to take them down with my action. I'll also take Pittsburgh plus 5.5. But my biggest bet of the weekend is going to be Green Bay plus 5.5. As a Boston College guy, nothing would make me happier than to see Matt Ryan not just win the regular season MVP, but to go to his first Super Bowl. I'll be rooting for Atlanta, but I think Green Bay plus 5.5 is pretty tempting for me.